headlining this just remarkable freshman class. Burries has a chance in this game.
Yeah, no question. Mo Odom's been Arizona State's best player, but Job is their most talented, and he is going
off just a heartily disappointing finish at the road game at Central Florida a couple of games ago. And
his group
says when he's played at his ceiling, we're a different team to contend with. Beautiful little low. This is Burries, and the Wildcats owe their first three. Instead, they lose, and they come back home now 2-6 in Big 12 play. As desperate as can be to get this win.
Their opportunity here.
Bad pass on the inbound by Odom, taken by Burries, full head of steam. And Braden Burke
went to Koa Pete, and deservedly so. But this young man has continued to develop. So oftentimes the most difficult challenge is to learn to get it done when you don't.
Had 29 points in their win Monday night at BYU, the number 13th ranked team in the country. His third game of this season.
So this what's becoming a juggernaut of a season.
Down low they go to Motiejos Cuevas.
They're going to post you. They're going to force you to have to defend the rim, and that's been a formula for success at the perimeter. And the fact that they've got great size at the wing that can also guard on the perimeter has really separated.
They get it to Cuevas underneath, chisels his way, finally gets the Wildcats their first basket.
And how the floor as quickly as possible, put tremendous pressure on your defensive transition.
Sweet mid. And the Wildcats, this in-state rivalry has been dominated of late. And for a long time, the Wildcats off into the corner. They're going to reset. Barchenkov, the German national, into the paint. Pete slithers to the cup. Beautifully done. As Tommy Lloyd just masterfully putting this team together. Ford looking for a seam, goes glass. Well,
move those puppies on the perimeter.
Barchenkov into the paint. Beautiful high-arching floater.
Compliment for Coach Shepard.
Ford's going to set up. Jock will turn, mid-range jumper, a little bit. At final five says all you need to know about the recruiting ability of Bobby Hurley, just that they were that close. But what a moment for Arizona State. Looking for some offense. Jock, he can stroke it, steps out. That's a low.
It's the highest ceiling and continues to show tremendous improvement. Oh, how about that backdoor cut? They can if given opportunities.
Here comes Odom, boy, exquisite pass.
Those little cracks on the interior for his teammates.
Third among all active Division I players in career. So starter for most of last year, now reserve for Tommy Lloyd. Misfires, offensive rebound. Owaka
is a recipe for disaster for ASU. They've got 4 here already.
Pete pumps it up. Arizona will set a new program record for most consecutive wins to begin a season as the other day and said, I need 4 rebounds from each one of you at least. Cuevas, again, pretty footwork. And season. This is Bryce Ford. He's their best three-point shooter. Knocked around the paint. And
that's going to be a really important theme this game. And can they get him going? They've got Bradley. He's been a calming presence. You know, he's so efficient. He doesn't make negative.
Johnson got it with the cup. Ahead of the field, it's Truitt. And then Ford with a sit back. Arizonan on this Arizona State roster, so he knows this rivalry better than anyone. As Barchenkov just so smart.
Willing to look at all options offensively.
First lead of the day for Arizona here in the last minute.
Freeze to make a call.
Aaron pass by Odom. Burries ahead of the field. Lays it up and in. Elite finish.
You've got to make sure you get a really good look at the rim.
Here comes Odom. Cuevas comes over to help. Swallows him up. The AP poll at number 1. That's their longest stretch in more than a decade. Cuevas, a series of fakes. Boy, he is a load. 8 points for the Wildcats. Cuevas sending Jock back. A fight for it. Bodies all over the place. Look at the hustle. Yeah, and that part of the equation has come to light with Bradley. Beautiful little setup there for Cole Pete. The fact
they can still have an impact in terms of where this season goes. And boy, does that start right now.
At 10 p.m. on HBO Max.
I finally watched the first episode.
Well, the producers of the show will be quite pleased with the thumbs up from Greg. High standard, as that one is deflected out of bounds. 14 seconds in this first half. Arizona State looking for what would be just a gigantic win in conference. Just beautiful little
bit, and that is a big concern for Bobby Hurley in this group, and there's another offensive rebound.
Awaka, again, that offensive rebound.
Right, but Awaka comes in, the physicality, the rebounding, the impact on the paint, and Odom again coming through with a huge triple.
Got him on the elbow, shot clock at 11, Krivas. Odom match up with Jop inside, the leader, got it.
It's been so good, really on both ends for Arizona here in this first half.
Odom, Truitt. He's a junior, 72% free throw shooter. Cuts this down. Greg, if you're Bobby Hurley, you have to be pleased with where your team sits. They started really well, and the Wildcats got comfortable. Orso's been struggling with his shot the last couple of weeks. Johnson hard to the rack. He got him. Officials are going to say goal
for the entire 40 minutes if you're ASU.
Odom probing. McCabe taking flight. If they win this game, currently 21-0, unanimous #1 team in the country for the first time ever. Kola
can't provide help. Great seal on that play by Pete.
Santiago Truitt, little baby hook shot, tough offering over the top of Pete.
Close there.
Noah Mayusin, sophomore reasoning that they've got. Starting to put it all together finally for Bobby Hurley. This is Pete fading away.
This is not unfamiliar territory for the Sun Devils. Remember, they led by 1 at the end of the first half in their prior meeting.
So here's Burries. 6 points, make it 7. In that Monday night win at BYU to get the Wildcats their 21st win of the season as Odom. Burries wants to take Mayusin. Turnover.
Yeah, that was a great job by that in this first half as well.
It's going to tie the game. Two-set Burries. Karchenkov. Lays it in. And contact. This first half. Mayusin against Burries. Wants to take him. Outside. Krivovich.
Stuff Pete there. They decide to go away from it.
Del Orso. High off glass. Boy, there was. Here comes Odom on the attack. Kicks. Mayusin.
Our bench is not going to be in front of our defense, so it's going to be up to our guys on our own to protect the basket. Meanwhile, Coach Boyd...
talent level that the Wildcats have displayed this season. How does this thing end here in Tempe? That is jump! One of the elite. Yeah, the Sun Devils empty on their first 2 trips.
Yeah, it really not in love with either field goal attempt from Arizona State. He has got a terrific skill set. And what a future that young man has in store.
Second year in a row.
Just getting him here to the stage was an incredible challenge. There's been, as you know, an immense crackdown on obtaining visas. Fly to Arizona. The rest is history.
Amazing. Planes, trains, and automobiles. Cole Pete showing that 3-point.
It has yet to score. So this is a big possession here. You don't want to allow Arizona to get too far in front. And Krivas there on the concentration
and efficiency that it takes to stand toe-to-toe with the Wildcats. Truly finally gets the Sun Devils their first points.
Compromising their defense, which is one of the reasons why they're so good at defending the 3, and Krivas just being a man among boys down low.
So far, he's got 15 points. Some of his numbers on the day. Here's Jop, the spin, the shot, and he gets it.
Had a few opportunities where they played together to make plays, and Odom continues to deliver as he has been electric here for the Sun.
Attack, no whistle. Burries, they got a man advantage to the rack and lays it in. Boy, the elite 51st all-time meeting between these two schools. Here comes Jop, way too much. Masamba Jop, freshman.
Aggressive and just committing a lot of silly fouls. He has had a lot of discipline in not doing that.
Much of this day and age. This is Truitt stepping to the middle of the paint.
And at that time unable to convert.
Aristo, the freshman, born in the Netherlands. Pete elevates, short. They're going to reset. Bradley against Johnson, offensive foul.
And Bradley just has not been himself.
State in Alabama. All wanted his services. Missed all of last year's 3-year Booster Academy with that footing. Odom getting a little bit of an earful from Bobby Hurley. He didn't leave really loose balls that he wasn't diving for.
Taking this group to the tournament as well, and we were able to kind of reminisce a little bit about some battles we had back in the day.
He has to sit. And that was the reason he pulled back from that loose ball situation. As Mayusin misses from 3. Ford, McCabe, a little bit of a bobble. Ford deep in the corner.
Great here, but they have gotten some opportunities.
Del Orso, challenge 3. Awaka again.
For the Sun Devils.
So this thing stays at 6. Boy, Johnson, beautiful cut. Officials are going to get Burries. So from that school over the years. Last year was one of the elite NIA scorers in the country. How long can you keep Odom on the bench with 4 personals? Johnson, corner.
That long, it's about the time and score. And right now it's a 1-possession game, so that gives you an opportunity to let him stay a little longer. Share it, they space it. They don't play hero ball. They're just always trying to create a great opportunity.
Something you consider some of the Titans that have come through that school.
That is impressive, and he has not disappointed, and they're going to get a travel here at 11. I think you're probably going to have to bring him back.
Here comes Awaka chiseling his way to the cup. And just like that, it's a 10-point game. So Awaka's stat line. Here's McCabe working hard, but that physicality from Awaka. Who do they turn to for offense right here?
They're really struggling to get anything going at the rim.
Shot clock at 2. Mayusin. If you just hopped on with us, Arizona State had the early 4-point lead before the Wildcats answered the bell. Middle stages of the first half, and boy, Burry's overplayed by Mayusin. Is going to reset. Here's Pete. Elevates. Point. Pete's got 16, and their lead back to 10. On the wing, Gribovich. Nice fake. Cash money. Here comes Karchenkov. Turned back. It was McCabe who got a piece.
Can we create good looks in the half court against this defense?
Looks like Mayusin is fouled on the pass for TNT crew from the desert. Arizona, #1 team in the country, 21-0.
Could not corral it and be able to get a good look off. Great defense there by Arizona.
Awaka, they give him the little jumper, misses from the line, and then as they try to look for a couple of knockout punches that they can hit here against an ASU team, Greg, that just doesn't want to go away. Karchenkov straight away. ASU bench. Can't imagine for much longer. Here comes Pick Johnson underneath, gets it to Truitt. Job on the dive, missed it.
Stop. They have not done as good a job defensively as we had seen earlier in this game.
Here's Pete, and he hits again. And Pick Johnson looking for the seam. Underneath, this is Truitt. Into the corner, Gribovich. Tough shot, tough area. Rebounding has been an issue for the Sun Devils all season. And certainly was top of mind for Bobby Hurley coming into this one. Bradley, mid-range, wallowed up underneath, and Mayusin the save. Boy, crazy to think that last Bradley bucket was his first field goal of the day, and it's Johnson. This is Bradley underneath, Mayusin the steal. Ahead of the field, Johnson, he can finish, and he's going to shoot free throw. His line. As they give up an opportunity at the free throw line, this is Awaka. Drop, stepping, going glass.
Knew he had an advantage and able to convert.
Here comes Odom all the way to the cup. He had to work hard. And just could not finish.
They get the ball inside consistently and punish Arizona State.
Here comes Karchenkov. Wildcats starting to flex. Jump on the roll. Officials are going to get Pete as Arizona has
teams were pretty darn good at the number of three-pointers. What's different about
the Arizona team is they're so good at the two and so good at getting to the free throw line. It's what's most impressive has been their ability. I feel like they're going to have a great chance to maybe be dancing at the Final Four this year, because this is a great basketball team. It's not going to get any easier. Right? You look at their upcoming schedule, they have got a juggernaut deal.
7 straight weeks atop the AP #1. Their longest stretch in more than a decade as something.
They really have terrific chemistry. And more importantly, as Bradley gets it going here in the second half, it's the identity. State rival, I should say.
Second year for the Wildcats in the Big 12. And eventually ran out of steam against Duke in the Sweet 16. How far is this Cats team going to go? One here. As Burries is done for the day.
And just an impressive
turnover. Mayusin from deep. Movich. Odom. Oh, sensational in the first half, and it is over in Tempe. Conference play as their season of dominance continues.